Okay, so you're looking for a dog trainer in Costa Mesa. And yeah, it can feel like a lot to sort through. This explainer is here to cut through all that noise and give you a straightforward guide so you can feel really good about the choice you make for you and your dog.
This quote really nails it, doesn't it? If you're a dog owner here, you know exactly what this means. Having a well-behaved dog is what lets you actually enjoy all the great spots in Costa Mesa without the stress.
So here's what we're going to cover. We'll talk about training goals for your life here, how to check out a trainer's expertise, what you can expect to pay, the right questions to ask, and finally, some key local rules and resources. Let's get to it. First up, let's talk about setting goals that actually make sense for your lifestyle, right here in Costa Mesa. So what's the real goal here? It's not just sit and stay, right? It's about having a dog that can actually be part of your life. Imagine this. Your dog is just chilling out while you're at the lab anti-mall or walking nicely on a leash through Eastside Village. That's the kind of practical goal we're talking about. Okay, next up. How do you know if a trainer is any good? Let's break down what you should really be looking for. You're going to hear this term a lot, positive reinforcement. And for good reason. It's all about rewarding the behavior you want to see using things like treats or praise. It's a much more effective and humane approach because it builds trust. You're basically creating a partnership with your dog, not just bossing them around. Now here's something you really need to know. California doesn't have a state license for dog trainers. So these certifications, they're your best bet for seeing who's truly committed to their profession. You'll see a bunch of acronyms, and they can be confusing. For example, a CPD-TK shows they passed a big test on training knowledge. KPA is all about positive reinforcement, which is great. And if you're dealing with bigger issues like serious fear or aggression, you'll want to look for those last two, the IABC or CBCC KBK. All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty, the different types of programs, and, of course, the costs here in the Costa Mesa area.
You've basically got two main paths you can take. Group classes, they're awesome for your wallet, and they're great for getting your dog used to being around other dogs. The downside is you get less one-on-one time. Then there's private training. This is where you get a plan that's totally customized for your dog and your goals. Think things like stopping the barking at the front door. It costs more per session, but it's super focused.
So what's the budget look like? Well, here are some typical numbers for Orange County to give you a realistic idea. A puppy class series might be a couple $100. A single private lesson, you're looking at something in the $100 to $200 range. And those board and train programs, yeah, they're a much bigger investment, but for some tough challenges, they can really get you results faster. Okay, this next part is all about making you feel confident when you're talking to a trainer. Here's your checklist of questions to ask before you sign up for anything.
Let's run through these. Asking about their methods is huge. You want to make sure they're positive and humane. You also want to hear how they'll tailor the plan for your specific dog and your life here. And always ask how you'll both know your dog is making progress. Get the total cost up front, no surprises. And hey, if you're dealing with a tricky behavior issue, asking if they'll work with your vet is a really smart move.
All right, last section. Let's bring it all home and talk about training out and about in our community, from local laws to the best spots to practice.
Okay, a quick rundown of the must-knows for being a good dog-owning neighbor in Costa Mesa. Your dog needs to be on a leash pretty much everywhere that isn't a designated dog park. Make sure they're licensed and have their rabies shot. Always pick up after them. And yeah, that continuous barking, that can actually be a violation. These rules just help make sure everyone can enjoy our public spaces together.
So, where can you go to practice all this stuff? Well, Tinkle Park Dog Park is perfect for working on come in a fenced area. Bark Park is a blast. It has agility equipment you can use for fun, focused training. And if you want to work on leash walking with real-world distractions like bikes and people, the trails at Fairview Park are absolutely perfect for that. Look, picking the right trainer really is the first big step. It's about setting yourself and your dog up for a happier, less stressful life together. We really wish you the best of luck with your search. Honestly, having a well-trained dog just makes everything better. Every walk is more relaxed, having friends over is easier, and every trip around town becomes a more joyful experience for both of you.